Welcome into the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen, listening across Hockey TV as well as on the audio-only feed over on the Jacks YouTube channel. My name is Michael Wazinski, the voice of the Odessa Jackalopes for this 2021-22 season, as they are currently in third place in the South Division out of 8 teams that call it home. Right now, the Jacks have a record of 21-14-1-3, which gives them 46 points. And they are going up against a team currently tied for 5th in the South Division standings with a record of 19-18-2, giving them 40 points. They are 6-4 in their last 10 games. The Jacks are 4-4-0-2, and their most recent game came yesterday against the Lone Star Brahmins. It resulted in a 4-3 shootout loss between them and currently second place Lone Star, as it was the 6th of 8 meetings between those two teams. And both are in action again here tonight and tomorrow, but the Brahmas are in El Paso to face the Rhinos to finish out a 3-3 series. As for Odessa, they host the Corpus Christi IceRays here tonight and tomorrow. Again, a post-game skate today, not with the team. That will take place after the game tomorrow, as the IceRays are the only team that the Jacks have yet to beat here at the Ector County Coliseum. And Corpus Christi will go with their second line with their leading scorer and top prospects tournament player Nathan Butler, my player to watch for the IceRays. 37 games played for him, 14 goals, 16 assists. Again, 30 points. He leads the team in that category. Uri Elias at center, and then towards his right will be Dylan Contreras. On defense, it will be Brady Carlock, the assistant captain, as well as Kasper Gilberg, the Sweden defenseman. And in between the pipes, they're going with Damon Beaver, which is a little shocking to me, at least, entering this game, because right now the hot hand is not him. It is Stefan Carney, who is currently riding a 4-game win streak. As for Beaver, has not won since January 8th against New Mexico. He's on a 2-game losing streak, and again, he hasn't played since January 15th. The 3 officials are out on the ice right now, waiting for both teams to make their way out in just a little bit. 1 referee for this evening as compared to the 2 they had yesterday. Referee is Ryan Siegel, linesman Jeffrey Hannigan, and Jacob Poe, who the Jacks had yesterday for the lone game against Lone Star. And for the Jacks, they will go with the 4th line of Ryan Mansfield, Ryan Kusler, and Tanyan Bejier. On defense, it will be the captain, Frank DeVorney, and to his right, one of the 3 assistant captains, Charlie Bankier. In between the pipes will be Alex Proctor. The Dallas, Texas native gets his 2nd straight start here in the 3-3 series. Again, this is the 3rd 3-3 series for the Jacks here this season, out of a total of 4. Their last one will take place next weekend in Corpus Christi for a Thursday to Saturday matchup, again versus the IceRays, which means that this marks the first of 5 straight between these two teams. Earlier in the month of January, the Jacks faced the Warriors for 4 straight games, ended up splitting back-to-back weekends between them and Wichita Falls. And for both Corpus and Odessa, it is the longest stretch against the same opponent for them here in the regular season.
We appreciate your attendance for tonight's game featuring the Corpus Christi IceRays and your Odessa Jackalopes.
One player to keep an eye on Jacks, for my player to watch, is Ahern, as he recently picked up a goal and an assist in yesterday's contest against the Lone Star Brahmas. He is from Chicago, Illinois. The Jacks are 1-1-1 against Corpus this season. The IceRays were the first team to sweep the Jacks here in the regular season. That took place back on December 17th and the 18th. It was the Jacks teddy bear. It was the final weekend before everybody headed home for the holiday break. So it has been a little bit since they've seen one another. The only Jacks win against Corpus so far this season was all the way back in October on a Sunday evening game And it was at the end of a 3-3 series for the IceRays. It was a lone weekend game for the Jacks, and Dane Hoyard had a hat trick in that 5-2 victory over Corpus Christi. But Stefan Carney was between the pipes for that game. Damon Beaver was in net for both of the games in which the IceRays swept. The Jacks, again, back around the middle of December. Now, they did pick up a point in that overtime loss in the first game. And they continue their streak with picking up another point yesterday in the shootout loss. At one point, they were leading Lone Star 3-1. But the Brahmas had back-to-back power play goals from a 5-on-3, then a 5-on-4 to tie things up, and no one was able to score before regulation ended. And same could be said about the overtime of 3-on-3, which was mainly dominated by Lone Star, kind of just dragging the puck for a good portion of that overtime, looking to set in, and then they worked it back out from the Jacks zone, which you will again see a lot in overtime. Both them and Odessa have been past 60 minutes in over 10 games this season. It was the 11th for the Jacks, and it was the 13th for Lone Star. Get my player to watch for the IceRays, Nathan Butler. He will be representing the South team in the upcoming Top Prospects Tournament in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, this Monday and Tuesday. Right now, the Corpus Christi IceRays on the verge of a playoff spot, as them and Amarillo are currently tied for 5th as the first team's out. They both have 40 points. 1 point behind them, and 7th are the Shreveport Mudbugs with 39. And actually, Shreveport was supposed to play a 2-game weekend series against the New Mexico Ice Wolves in Shreveport, Louisiana. But tonight's game between those two South Division teams got postponed, and a makeup day has yet to be announced. They are scheduled to play Game 2 tomorrow, but we'll see, of course, if that happens. Right now, Shreveport has played the fewest games across the South Division with 36. This is game number 40 for both Odessa and Corpus Christi, the most across the South Division. Earlier in the season, the Mudbugs and the Warriors had a weekend series that ended up being postponed, and they were just releasing makeup dates for those 2 games. Jacks in their home whites, just like they were yesterday. This is game number 2 of 3 straight for them, but the first time playing in the IceRays here in the new year as they go right to left. Corpus Christi in their road black and red jerseys with some gray along the shoulders. They go left to right. As after without a nameplate is Casper Gilbert. Eliash far side with it. A shot will rattle wide. And it's played all the way back up to the top of the right point. Kusler unable to grab a hold of it. With it is Contreras. Kept alive by Foglia. And played right into the circle, but eventually kicked right back up to Mansfield. Two IceRays collide with one another. Mansfield will wrist one. That gets deflected up and out of play from Brady Carlock's stick. And we have a halt to play with 36 seconds in to the opening period here from the Ector County Coliseum. Again, thank you for tuning in on Hockey TV, as well as the Jacks audio-only YouTube live feed. As they have an offensive zone draw to the near side circle and the glove hand of Damon Beaver from Brooklyn, Ontario. One back by Foglia. Far side with it. The IceRays have it. And they'll flip it into the left corner. After it is Merkley, one of the assistant captains. They get it all the way back up top to Miller. A wine and fire one, saved by Proctor. The rebound is loose in the left circle and broken up by Manzo. The top prospects tournament player. Leads it the other way. They're on side, and that one rolled right past Hoyard's stick and back the other way. Catches the skate of the linesman. Finn up top now. Wojciechowski fires one. Played out in front. They score! Jacks make it 1-0. Just a minute and 11 seconds in to the opening period. Wojciechowski finding his groove, coming off his first NHL goal yesterday. Snaps it from the blue line, and it connects with Hoyard right at the top of the crease. It's an early Jackalopes lead here from the Ector County Coliseum on their opening shot on Damon Beaver. That is a back-to-back scoring night for Dane Hoyard. If they do credit it to him, if not, it's going to be Wojciechowski. After he entered this 3-3 series with 25 games played, 2 assists. It only takes one to start finding your groove, as the skaters meet right back at center ice after a minute and some change early goal by Odessa. With it is Zagzebski. That one stays out, and now the Jacks are on a 2-on-1. Kelly is near side. Purdy far side. Across, and unable to get to it was Kelly on the near side. As there was a stick-on puck out in front. Settled down by Tallene. Tallene fires it forward towards the red line. Intercepted by Corpus Christi. Near side for Zagzebski. Picking off was Kelly. Over to the far side, he plays it. Purdian. Right to Duclair. Duclair dances around one. And he was right back at it in the near side corner. Leads the team in goals with 14. Actually, if that one counts for Hoyard, which I do believe it will, he will now tie Duclair at 14 goals, as Hoyard had 13 after his yesterday. They fire one from the red line. Kick to the wall by Proctor. Right out in front, and this one's tipped at the top of the crease. 17:32 left to go here in the first period. And it's a 1-1 hockey game early on. Cam Crawley deflects it right past Alex Proctor at the top of his own crease. An already scoring affair here from the Ector County Coliseum.
This is about the deepest the Rays have looked this season. You got Crawley and Curtis on the fourth line. Both of those players have spent time on the fourth line this season as the Rays outfront things to that.
The most goals the IceRays have had this season is 6, which came against Odessa, and a snapshot is gloved down by Proctor for the whistle. They scored 6 on 2 different occasions, December 18th against the Jacks, and then January 22nd against the El Paso Rhinos. The Jacks' highest scoring game was 8 against the Rhinos on New Year's Eve. With it near side for Mansfield. Played out to center ice by Kusler. An early goal from both sides as Desmond Johnson with it, picked up from Minot, wearing number 5 with no nameplate from Phoenix, Arizona. First game in a Jackalopes jersey, over 3 gone. They're in a very ferocious start to this weekend series. They play that one directly towards Beaver. That one go right past Johnson all the way down. Icing is waved off as Proctor comes out to settle it. Desmond Johnson, the extra defense, 5'11", 180 pounds. 2002 born defenseman. This is just his 11th NAHL game. A forward pass to Manzo. Manzo now over to Hoyer, and he backhands one towards Beaver. And he gets a cover-up and a whistle as he was trying to corral the rebound for quite some time with 16:20 left to go. Here in the first period, 4 shots for Odessa, 3 on the board for Corpus Christi. It's a 1-1 hockey game here from the Jack Shack. It was a great start by the Jacks, just throwing the puck towards Damon Beaver. But shortly thereafter, the IceRays kind of catch the Jacks on the back end and just throw one towards the net themselves. And Crawley had his stick in the right position, which made it this 1-1 hockey game. They pick it up from the slot, and turning it aside was Proctor. A great chest save from him. Finn with it. Slides it across, a lot of room for the right side, and it's saved by Beaver. Off a shot from Manzo. Great back and forth game so far. And the 4th meeting between these two teams. Now Duclair with it. Duclair tries to dance around Gilbert. With it is Lewis. Blake Lewis will leave it back. Zagzebski. His shot ricochets over to the far side. Duclair plays it up but not out. Zagzebski loses possession. IceRays are offside. They actually say no. I could have clearly saw that it went past the blue line, as the hand was not raised from one of the linesmen. Nonetheless, it's played from zone to zone by Odessa. Snapped right back to the captain, Frank DeVorny. Will just fire it off the boards. Kelly watched by Zagzebski from Stevens Point, Wisconsin. And a shot from Kuznetsov goes high and wide, but remains in the field of play. Back up to the blue line. They fire one, and it's caught by Proctor off a shot from Emerson Miller. 14:45 left to go here in the first period. Shots are tied 5 apiece. So is the score at 1 apiece.
Going at it right here on Brewster Street Radio and Hockey TV. Face-off on the far side to the right of Proctor. Casey and his 4th unit out there. Face-off 1 back.
Corpus Christi wins it. They fire a low shot that's kicked aside by Proctor. They have it from the left circle. Jabbed away by Jack Kristen. Now it's down low onto the stick of the captain, Jude Curtis. Play to the circle. A shot is saved by Proctor. Rebound is retrieved by the IceRays again. They have it at the half wall. Sent back to the blue line. After it now is Bankier. Corpus Christi did not play last season. Took it off due to COVID. Have it from the left circle. That one will deflect high and into the safety netting for a whistle, as we are just about 6 minutes in to this opening period. 7 shots for the IceRays, 5 for Odessa. Odessa has it from their own end as they snap it across to Desmond Johnson. Toro with it the other way. It's broken up right at Odessa's blue line. Sent deep now by Uri Eliash as Wojciechowski has it and sends it out to the neutral zone. That one's fired right past the left glove of Proctor. Over to the near side of the 6'4" centerman, Eliash. Eliash still after it on the far side. 2 Jackalopes in hot pursuit. A third one joins. Kusler wins the board battle. Kusler being pestered by Eliash. Settled down by Odessa and played out as it rolled right off the tape of Bezier. And right back to a Corpus Christi player. From the right circle on the near side, it's covered in the left glove by Proctor. After it was snapped towards him by Nathan Butler, the wily Texas native.
13:15 to go, period number 1. 1-1 our score. Face shot will be to the left.
Offensive zone draw for the IceRays. To the left of Alex Proctor. His glove side, our right. One back up top. Foglia with it. Sends it to the slot. And fanning on it was Charlie Merkley. Sent up but not out from Bankier. And finally, with some help from Finn, they get it past the red line. Now to the stick of Manzo, who's pinned up against the near side boards. And hand is called, or hand is raised, I should say, for a penalty called. A hooking is assessed to number 23, Zach Dill, one of the assistant captains, as the Jacks head on to the first power play of the game. A Jersey Mike man advantage with 12:56 remaining here in the opening period. It is a 1-1 hockey game here from the Ector County Coliseum. The Jacks have 19 power play goals. During this regular season, they went 0 for 2 yesterday against Lone Star. They're ranked 23rd. The IceRays are 12th on the penalty killing unit at 82.5%. The Jacks a chance to regain the lead. They send it to the corner. It's turned over and whipped out by Corpus Christi. As giving chase to it is now Nick Ahern, who will kiss it off the end of boards to Tallene. Ahern snaps it across now for Justin Hughes. Odessa is offside. They tag back up and apply more pressure as Corpus Christi will flutter it all the way through the air and back down into Odessa's zone. With under 90 seconds left to go here on the first man advantage of this weekend series between Odessa and the IceRays. And Ahern had a beautiful deke around 2 IceRays players trying to get back. It's Tallene. He gets a piece of number 4, Dom Foglia. And they're going to call a penalty shot. It is a 1-1 hockey game.
Butler was in all alone, and that's what they rule. Players have to get on to the player bench on the far side.
Taking in is Butler. Butler, the leading scorer for the IceRays. From the right circle, he shoots and is stopped by Proctor. He faced 3 shootout attempts yesterday, had 1 go past him off the stick of Logan Tobias, and he makes this one count and keeps the game tied at 1 apiece. And after denying Nathan Butler, 12:02 left to go here in the opening period. Still 66 seconds left. A power play time for Odessa because that was a penalty shot. They will remain on the man advantage. As Bankier brings it from behind Proctor. Bankier sends it to the near side for Duclair. The left-handed forward will hit the brakes and send it up top to Perdian. Perdian to the captain, right circle. Dancing with it is Devorny. Devorny waits, tries to send it across. It gets to Perdian from the left circle dot. All the way back up top to Bankier. Now to Perdian. 35 seconds left. They send it down low. A possible wraparound. Puck is still loose. They're still digging at it. And finally, there's a whistle from Ryan Siegel. Damon Beaver pouncing on it in his own crease to halt play with 11:25 left to go here in the first period. 29 seconds left of power play time for the Jacks. Again, it is still their first man advantage here of the game. Offensive zone draw for the Jacks. Far side circle.
IceRays tunnel here. Merkley on the far side.
To the blocker side of Beaver. Bankier with it. From the top of the left point. Bankier twisting and turning. He'll just send it down low for Duclair. Duclair being watched in that near side corner and sent around the yellow trim, kept alive by the Jacks. Anxiously waiting to get out. It's Dill. He's got less than 10 seconds left before he can do so. With it is Bankier. He'll protect the puck and gets a short side shot off on Beaver. That's easily covered up. 3 seconds left of Jersey Mike's power play time for Odessa. Just over 9 minutes gone here in the opening period. That saw 2 goals within the first 4 minutes. That was scored by Dane Hoyard for the Jacks and Cam Crawley for the IceRays. Offensive zone draw near side circle. Mansfield sends it back up top to Wojciechowski. Wojciechowski fires one. And that one's sent off the paddle into the air, and then infield fly roll for Damon Beaver as he once again gets another whistle. Jacks unsuccessful on their first power play opportunity here of this weekend series. Currently 0 for 3 in this 3-3 series. Wojciechowski pinches up on the play. Mansfield tried to send it back, and a collision between Zygzebski and Wojciechowski. Zygzebski had his pocket picked by Wojciechowski. Great back check from him as Kusler races the other way. Mansfield tries to stretch it across it. Got caught up in the traffic in front, and it's flipped out all the way into enemy territory by Corpus Christi, and a great stand-up hit from Kusler. Ran onto Zygzebski. Icing is waved off. Grabbing it first is Charlie Killen. Near side to Zygzebski. Hughes with it. Fires it into traffic on the near side. Proctor comes out to stop the puck's momentum for Kuit on the far side. Another top prospects player. Fired it right off the mid-air stick of Nick Ahern, so icing is waved off. 9:50 left to go here in the first period. Shots favor Corpus Christi by 10-9. The score remains 1-1. And as Hughes will sling it off the near side boards. An attempt to pass it to Ahern. It's back now for Kristen. Kristen able to muscle his way through with the first rubber, past the red line, and he'll dump it deep for a quick line change. To send on to Bankier and Devorny. Ahern grabs a hold of it, turns and fires one. And it kicks right back to the IceRays. Diagonal pass to the near side. With it is Jude Curtis. The captain was being guarded by Hughes. And it's retrieved by Ahern. Ahern through the logo. Now the blue stripe. Ahern from the left circle. He fires one low and wide. Pass Beaver. There's a drop back pass to the slot. Hoyard retrieves it again. They say offside. Called by Jacob Pell, the linesman on the near side. Skating the other side is Foglio. Foglio lost a handle on it. IceRays still have it on the far side. Great pace to this game number 1 of 2 here at the Ector County Coliseum. Finn with some room. Hoyard picks the far side corner and gets his 3rd goal in 2 games. He now leads the team in goals with 15, and what a pitchfork backhander snipe past Damon Beaver. 8:28 left to go here in the opening period, and the Jacks regain the lead. It is 2-1. He got enough of it from the backhand and elevates it far side on Beaver. Shots are even 10 apiece. The goals are not now, as Hoyard once again is able to put one on the score sheet. And I do want to say Dane Hoyer will actually be replacing Liam O'Hare as Duclair has it. Duclair from the left circle. O'Hare is still out with an injury. And Dane Hoyer will be replacing O'Hare at the upcoming Top Prospects tournament. They send it across from circle to circle. And no one was home in a black and red jersey. As now the Jacks race the other way with it. Trying to get the momentum going. That one's backhanded towards Beaver, and it rang off the near side pipe as Duclair was almost able to get the Jacks a third goal. Him and Tallene on that near side post. 7:51 remains here in the first period. David Beaver has not played in quite some time. He's on a current 2-game losing streak. His backup, Stefan Carney, has played the last 4 games. Again, the IceRays enter on a 4-game winning streak. As we had to immediate time out here from the Ector County Coliseum. Jacks are up by 1 in shots, 11-10. They also lead on the score sheet where it matters, 2-1. The Jacks have only been to Corpus Christi, Texas once. It was a 5-2 victory. Dane Hoyer had a hat trick in that game. He has had the only hat trick for the Jacks this season. As he now nets his 15th of the season and his 22nd overall NAHL goal. And we'll drop it on the near side dot in the neutral zone. Coming out of the media timeout, Kusler will drape it on back to the defense. Picked up by Kuhn. A forward pass is intercepted by Gilbert. Gilbert dances around a body, and that one goes wide. As Kusler tried to pick it off, Mansfield tries to spring Begier. He's one-on-one with Beaver, and his rolling shot is sticked aside by Beaver. As going after one another is Gilbert and Begier. Begier did not appreciate what transpired in that left corner. And thereafter, his shortened breakaway. Tanyan Begier, 6'1", 170. Casper Gilbert, 6'5", 223 pounds. The size difference surely noticeable, especially with them on skates, but Begier was not backing down. They were right in front of the door that opens. That leads to Corpus Christi's locker room. 2 minutes up on the board for both parties, as we will have some 4-on-4 hockey here for 2 minutes. And as there's 7:22 left to go here in the first period. It's an offensive zone draw. Hoyer back out there. He wins it to Manzo. Manzo sauces it up top. Played right back. Manzo gets around one with some real estate. He sends it across. Hoyer scores! Another hat trick! His second of the season. Toss him if you got him. 3 goals in the first period for Dane Hoyer. 7:14 left to go. Here in the first period, he's replacing Liam O'Hare, and expect to see more of that at the Top Prospects tournament. We have no hats flying yet, but it's the third for Dane Hoyer. Actually, I see 1 or 2 making its way over onto the ice. Wow, what a great set play by the Jacks. It's a 3-goal night already. His second hat trick against Corpus Christi this season. But the first one here on home ice, as some hats are still being collected, as well as some carrots. And Dane Hoyer's having himself quite a night. Now 4 goals in 2 games for the Scandinavia, Wisconsin native. as he puts the Jacks up by 2. Damon Beaver remains between the pipes. He's allowed 3 on 13, and that was a 4-on-4 goal. Again with some open ice, Manzo, beautiful awareness to see Hoyard on that near side, wide open. Good pocket pick from Manzo. Hoyard with it again. Back over across, and that one dribbles wide. Hoyard looking for more. And they're going to say that one was played with a high stick. As Dane Hoyard again gets his second hat trick of the season, the only one to have one for the Jacks this season. Both have come against the IceRays, as he certainly has their number here during the regular season. Corpus Christi comes away with it. We'll send it all the way back to Matt Harvey. A few IceRays players without name plates. Making sure I'm doing my best with their roster. Also have some tongue twisters as well. They do have the broadcaster with them. And we went over pronunciations too. His name is Drew Steele. First year with the IceRays. Tolleen comes along the near side. Duclair with him. And it's sent below the goal line. After it is Beaver. 6:10 remaining here in the first. 4 goals already here in this opening period. In the 3 games these two teams have played against one another, the team that has lost had only scored at 2 goals. The Jacks are already past it. Perdian fires one, caught in the breadbasket by Beaver. And no rebound to come, as Jacks had numbers going very quickly on that transition play. Still 5:48 left to go here in the first, and still 27 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. Don't forget, post-game skate with the Jacks tomorrow. There is one tonight, just without the team. And this has been quite the showing by the Jacks following that shootout loss by Lone Star just 24 hours ago. Corpus Christi actually just getting into town. A lot of weather trouble for them with all the snow and ice along West Texas yesterday, as it slung from left to right. Jacks have it on the far side. We go back to even strength hockey. Jacks intercept it, throw it low, and they score! This time it's Ryan Mansfield. 5:11 left to go. And that will be it for Damon Beaver. Curtain call for him, as Stefan Carney suiting up on the far side. 4 goals on 15 shots for the Jacks. Ryan Mansfield from Burlington, Ontario, Canada, gets his 6th of his NAHL career. And this is a great response from last night's game. You cannot ask for a better, of course, transition game coming off of that tough loss. It was a heartbreaker the way it ended. Again, Stefan Carney has been the one of the hot hand recently. And it was shocking that he was not between the pipes for this game, as Corpus Christi is still on the outside looking in of a playoff spot. They're tied with Amarillo for 5th place at 40 points. No matter what happens this weekend, the Jacks will still reside in 3rd place after picking up that lone point yesterday against Lone Star to improve them to 46 points on the season. However, they're not settling for that, as that one will roll all the way down. Icing is waved off. Stefan Carney in to replace Damon Beaver has been run from his net. Good intercept by the Jacks. Reading that Pass across. They have it far side. Yates with it. Drapes it back to Ahern. It's knifed off his stick by Michael Casey. Ahern with it again. Fires one into a body in front. 4:20 left to go here in the first of a 4-1 Odessa lead. Again, they had a 5-2 victory in their first ever meeting between these two teams. Tallinn almost lost the handle behind Proctor. Will just shovel it forward to Finn. Finn plays it out past the red line. With it is Contreras. Contreras fires one up high on Finn. Incidental, but Finn remains out on the play. He's after it far side and throws his body weight around on the opposition in the corner. But now a 2-on-1. Contreras with it. Contreras fires one, shrugged aside by Proctor, and into the safety netting for a whistle. He also had Charlie Merkley with him. And Contreras opted to shoot instead of pass. And Proctor gets the save with 3:46 remaining here in the opening period.
And don't forget, there'll be a postgame in tonight's game. You can get your wristband and I'm on the line during the first or second intermission.
Offensive zone draw for Corpus Christi. Far side circle. They find themselves in a 3-goal hole. A blast from up and top. It ricochets off the crossbar and somehow stayed away from Proctor. It's still loose, just to the near side, and it's dug out to the half boards. Absolute chaos around Alex Proctor as it's kicked below the goal line. That stemmed from Dom Foglia's shot from the blue line. And the referee was in perfect position as he was right behind Proctor's net the entire time. 3:05 remains here in the first. 4 goals on 15 shots on Damon Beaver as icing is called against the Jacks. One of my talking points for this weekend series was the goaltending, as Damon Beaver, again, was between the pipes for both games that the IceRays won on December 17th and the 18th. It was the first time the Jacks were swept this season. He's played 28 games, which was the tie for the 4th most. He was now at 29, and he also had the 3rd most losses with 17. This one still could go in his category. Both him and Proctor were in the top 5 for minutes played this season, and Beaver was 2-3 in his last 5 games. Proctor is 1-2, 0-2 in his previous 5. As the Jacks have to play it out from their own zone. Far side from Purdy, now to the captain Devorny. Near side for Kristen. Played out to Kelly. Kelly ran out of some real estate. Goes all the way down. Hand is raised by Poe for an icing as the Jacks win the race with 2:38 left to go here in the first. Back here, sidesteps a man, fires one, saved by Carney. It's his first save against the Jacks here this game after replacing Damon Beaver. Sights with it, laces it across. Mansfield settles it down, knifes it forward to Begier. From the right circle, he winds and fires one, saved by Carney. Picked right back up across for Mansfield. He has the most recent Jacks goal, following 3 straight from Dane Hoyer. Kept alive at the top of the right point from Tallinn as he risked it deep for Mansfield. Played up top to Wojciechowski. Now down low for Kusler. IceRays intercepted, under 2 to play here in the first period. 5 total goals have been scored, 4 for the Jacks. 3 off the stick of Dane Hoyer, who's been in great position here and getting his feet taken out from Killian was Trevor Tallinn. They fight for it right at the top of Carney's crease. And Ahern retrieves it. A hip check connects with the hips, not below the feet, or I should say below the knees, as the net is dislodged. Luckily, Tallinn was okay on that. You never want to see anybody take a a spill like that from either side, but no call was made from Ryan Siegel. And it will be an offensive zone draw for Odessa with 1:24 left to go here in the opening period of a 4-1 lead over a team tied for 5th place. They are just 6 points behind them in the standings. With the Ice Wolves not playing tonight, and the Brahmas are playing El Paso, the Brahmas have 49 points. New Mexico leads the South with 53. And they're having their best season in their 3 years of the North American Hockey League, as that one will ricochet all the way over to the Jacks bench for a whistle, and this one will be brought into their own end with 64 seconds left, as the Jacks are 1 shot away from hitting 20 and averaging a shot per minute. And a 15 on Beaver. This is quite a historic first period for the Jacks. Their most goals in the first by far. They entered with 2 on a multitude of occasions. They now have 4. Their most shots in the first was 22 against El Paso on New Year's Eve. Taken the other way by Curtis. Curtis turns it over. Manzo with it, gets around one and will brush it towards Kearney for a whistle with 45.8 seconds left to go on the Jacks' 20th shot of the night. 13 all aboard for Corpus Christi. They've had 1 go past Alex Proctor, and that was off the stick of Cam Crawley, as he was just at the top of Proctor's crease and deflected it right past him. And that was really the only error the Jacks had all evening. They have played fantastic defense, really helping out Proctor right around his crease, trying to dig away at the frozen rubber. Jacks still hungry for more, looking for number 5 on the night. 35 seconds left to go here in the opening period. That one will carry him over to the near side corner. Flips back out to the neutral zone. Devorny slings it over to Kearney. And a big collision from Duclair right onto Gilbert. That mismatch is shocking to see Duclair throw his body weight around on the 6'5" defenseman. Sent from low to high. Now to the near side. Carlock fires one, kick saved by Proctor. It's loose in the left circle. 1 second left, and it's played out by the Jacks as they head into the first period intermission with their best first period this season, putting up 4 goals on the Corpus Christi IceRays, all 4 against Damon Beaver. 21 shots, 1 shy of tying their season high. 14 on the board for Corpus Christi. And a Dane Hoyard hat trick here from the Ector County Coliseum. The first hat trick of this regular season here on home ice. The second overall. Both belong to Dane Hoyard, the Scandinavia, Wisconsin native. A big contribution back in that opening period as the Jacks look for more of the same in the middle frame here from the Ector County Coliseum. Stay tuned on Hockey TV, or if you're listening to the audio-only feed over on the Odessa Jackalopes YouTube live channel. We'll be back with the second period in just a little bit.
welcome back to the ice, your Odessa
Welcome back into the broadcast, everybody listening on Hockey TV, as well as the Jacks only YouTube live channel. As teams are back out on the ice here for this second period, and man, what a doozy that first period was. The Jacks one shot away from tying their season high that they had on that New Year's Eve night against El Paso. They sit at 21 right now, but they do register their most goals in the first period so far this season with 4. 3 alone belong to Dane Hoyard, his second hat trick of the season. Both have come against Corpus. It's the first hat trick here on home ice for the Jacks. Again, Corpus Christi, the only team the Jacks have yet to beat here at the Ector County Coliseum this season. And you can possibly call it a revenge tour right now, as again, the Jacks coming off that devastating shootout loss yesterday at the hands of the Brahmas. 3 of the 6 games between those two teams have went into a shootout. All 3 were won by Lone Star. And what could potentially be a playoff matchup when that rolls around in late April. IceRays going right to left. Jacks going left to right, and in between the pipes now is Stefan Carney. He was there after Damon Beaver allowed 4 goals on 15 shots, and a blast from Gilberg is punched aside by Proctor. The Sweden native, 6'5", 223 pounds, blasted one from right in front of his bench on the far side. We were just 25 seconds into the second period. Only 15 shots now on the board for Corpus Christi as they feed Begier. Near side, a shot is saved in and out of the chest of Carney. The rebound is retrieved by his team as they play it out the other way. Proctor will leave it for Kuit. Forward pass to Begier as he'll play it forward. Sending it the other way is Carlock. Getting to it is Johnson. We'll play it to Kusler. Spinning the other way with it is Finn. And he somehow was able to maintain puck possession and play it forward as he's still trying to knife it around the opposition. Corpus Christi snaps it near side to Contreras. Contreras with it. He'll leave it for Butler in the corner. Butler turns it over. Now Manzo with it. 3-on-2 again. Hoyard to his right. He'll give it to him. Hoyard with it. Toe drag. And his shot glides right past Carney. It's picked off by Butler on the far side. Butler will have to pump the brakes as he's being pestered in the corner by Hoyard. And sent deep by Curtis. 18:15 left to go here in the second period. Proctor sends it along to Wojciechowski. Trouble passing it. He'll send it near side now for Tallene. Again, Wojciechowski hadn't played in quite some time. Picked up his first NHL goal in his first game back yesterday against Lone Star. Sent out in front, and they tried to go back door on Proctor, but Dill's pass could not find a recipient. And that one's laced right past Proctor to the near side. Picked up by Corpus Christi. Now into the stick of Colby Seitz. It's settled down in the right circle. A block shot out in front, going the other way are the Jacks as Proctor's paddle was also knocked out of his hand, back out to the circle. Jacks have offensive pressure, but Duclair's pass is picked off by Miller. And now a breakaway for Dill. That one's out in front, and great defensive play by Charlie Bankier, playing a little netminder as it's dropped back for Purdy, and he fires one and scores! What a beautiful snipe from J.R. Perdian. Number 5 on the night for the Jacks. As they go up now 4 on the Corpus Christi IceRays. Absolutely picking twine is J.R. Perdian. 200 feet the other way. The puck was sitting in Proctor's crease. It was saved by Charlie Bankier and immediately sent the other way. J.R. Perdian wrist one from the right circle. 17-11 left to go here in the second period. It's the first goal Kearney has allowed this evening. On just the second shot of the period for Odessa. 8th overall that Kearney has seen. Back from the center ice logo after the 5th Odessa Jackalopes goal. Yates tries to get around Foglia. Unable to do so, and it's quickly touched along to Butler. Butler being watched by his recipient number, Frank DeVorney. A penalty coming against the Jacks as Hughes had taken down a man in the far side corner. As the fans are loving what they're seeing here from their team. Cross-checking is the call as the IceRays head to their first man advantage of the evening. They have 17 power play goals. They are 27th out of 29th. On the man advantage at 12.9%. On the penalty kill, the Jacks are ranked 17th at 81.5%. Allowed 2 power play goals yesterday to Lone Star. However, they are ranked 4th in shorthanded goals for with 8. Butler with it, a shot saved by Proctor, rebounds loose, he gets a follow-up one, and he knifes it to the circle. Under 16:30 left to go here in the second period. Sent over from right to left, and that one's tipped right past Zagzebski. And all the way down, it's cleared by Odessa. Again, further changes for them, as well as the IceRays here in the second period. With it are the IceRays as they go in offside. Butler a little hesitant to enter as Zagzebski was a stride ahead on that far side. 16:05 left to go here in the second period. 1:22 remains on Hughes' minor for cross-checking. Here in the second period, the Jacks have added one already off the stick of J.R. Perdian. It's a 5-1 lead for the third place Jackalopes. Up against Corpus Christi, who are tied with Amarillo for 5th in the South Division. Again, both of those teams are just 1 point behind Wichita Falls. Contreras after it, up against Desmond Johnson in his first game in a Jackalopes jersey, 11th in the NAHL. Has played 8th this season with Minot. From the slot, they backhand one towards Proctor, and he gets a piece of it. And Duclair races the other way. 3 short-handed goals for him this season. Manzo to his left. Duclair fires one, kicks off the end wall, and Manzo could not find the loose puck. 15:20 left to go here in the second period. 35 seconds left of power play time for Corpus Christi. It's knifed over to Duclair, fires it off the far side boards and into enemy territory as he heads off to the bench. 4 new skaters out for Odessa as Hughes is standing and awaiting to exit the penalty box. Far side it's played. Right on to Casey, and a shot is going to carry him all the way over to the near side. Under 10 seconds left of power play time for Corpus Christi, and that one's saved by Proctor. Mansfield will sauce it off the near side boards. Gets it right back to himself. Mansfield sends it into open space on the far side. IceRays come away with it. Both teams are 0 for 1 on the power play. Wojciechowski lobs it into the right corner. Kelly gets to it first. Retrieved by Corpus Christi on that far side corner. Dancing with it was Crawley. Played over. And the net is heavily knocked off its pegs. Ahern's shot found glass behind it. And the whistle was blown by referee Ryan Siegel nonetheless, with 14:12 remaining here in the second period. Devorny will collect it from his own zone. 6 minutes gone here in period number 2. All the way down it will go. It's tipped. And coming out to play it was Carney. He snapped it off the half boards on the far side. Sights digs it away. Over to Dill. Dill back to Sights. Far side with it. Sights throws it into the traffic in front. It winds up behind Proctor's net below the goal line. Shoveled all the way back up top to Curtis. The captain tries to send it across. Bankier looks like will be getting assessed a penalty as he touches it up behind Proctor's net. As on the ice around Bankier was Charlie Merkley. Head contact for Charlie Bankier, a 2-minute minor for him. It's a 5-on-4 power play. The second of the game for Corpus Christi. One all the way back up top to Matt Harvey. Harvey to Butler. Back up top to Harvey. Harvey near side, a slap shot. Goes off the end boards and back over to Butler. All the way up top for Harvey. Softly playing over to Butler. Now to Harvey. From the Bud Light logo, a shot flutters through the screen. Touched by Proctor. 13:10 left to go here in the second period. Harvey with it. Across now for Butler. Down low it's played. To the left of Proctor. A good stick on puck by Kuitt. Kuitt turns and fires one up top. Kept alive by Harvey. Top of the right point. Under a minute 30 left of power play time. They send one to the top of the crease. And a shot does not come of it. Harvey fires one high and wide. And rattles off the glass. Over to the far side. Butler comes away with it. Butler back over to Harvey. A snapshot kick save by Proctor. And it's chopped forward by Kusler, but kept alive by Harvey. Harvey. His pass up top, broken up by Kristen. And now comes up top to Butler. Now over to Zagzebski. Back to Butler. He'll wind and fire one. And it's a saved by Proctor. And this one will be a successful clear by the Jacks with 45 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the IceRays. 12:10 left to go here in the period. Corpus Christi with it on the far side. They'll send it around the stanchion. To the half boards on the near wall. Wojciechowski will rattle it off the far side and to the center ice line. Again, 8 shorthanded goals this season for Odessa, 4th most among NAHL teams. With it is Foglia. They're onside. Foglia leaves it in the right circle. They'll send it all the way up top. Now near side. And after it, it's Pernian. He's not going to be able to get to it. As grabbing a hold of it was Crawley. And back to 5-on-5 hockey we go. And a good hit from Trevor Tallene. On to Contreras from left to right. It's played. It hits iron and it's waved off again. A great defensive play from the Jacks. I had that perfect vision from my eyesight. It hit the near side post and stayed out. Multiple goaltenders dressed for the Jacks here this evening. And as that saved is cleared out by Corpus Christi all the way down for an icing. With 11:01 left to go here in the second period. They had Alex Proctor starting. Didn't know they'd be getting more remarkable saves from the rest of the lineup. Charlie Bankier had one earlier in this period, and you're seeing more of the same as the Jacks are sacrificing the body to keep them up by 4. The score is 5-1. They lead in shots 24-22. They win the offensive zone draw. Back up top to Johnson. Now across, Devorny will feed it down low for Ahern. Uri Eliash, they try to go high on the near side of Ahern. He fires a low shot. That one saved by Carney again. As he adjusts the net behind him, that one will carry him up and out of play. For a Souvenir Ford fan with 10:42 left to go here in the second period. And coming out of the stoppage of play. They're going to drop it at center ice. No goal has been scored.
Right now for Corpus Christi. Obviously, they scored 2 minutes in. The problem is they scored 2 minutes in and then were unable to score.
With it is Desmond Johnson.
Have to touch up here as they entered the zone offside.
In his 11th NAHL game, played 2 games a few years ago for Springfield. Jacks are offside. They go back to the blue line to tag up. Played 8 games for Minot this season. With it on the far side are the IceRays, and they fire a shot that's saved by Proctor. No rebound to come, just a whistle. J.R. Purdy now has 2 goals within his last 5 games. His last goal came on January 28th against Wichita Falls. And a shot quickly off the draw, smothered by Proctor. Just at the top of his crease. Great vision by him. They'll reset from the same circle on that far side. Warrior taking it for the Jacks. Oliver Stumple wins it back. Up to the blue line. Gilbert fires one and covered by Proctor. Even with some players in front of the Dallas, Texas native, he's able to make the read on the frozen rubber. 10:06 remains here in the second period. It is a 5-1 Jacks lead here at the Ector County Coliseum.
Face-off on that far side. The Rays keep the same unit. Odessa counters in their second. Intended by your player.
Another offensive zone draw on the far side for Corpus Christi. They win it, fire one, and it's a friendly fire shot. Purdy chasing after it. Gilbert grabs a hold of it near side. Sent across, it rolls right off the tape of Hoyer. Duclair throws his body weight around on number 14, Emerson Miller. Proctor comes out to play it behind his cage. Settled down by Kuitt. Flung forward to Purdy. Now rink wide for Hoyer. Or Kelly with it, I should say. Kelly's shot saved by Carney. Kuitt with it. Some room, and he fans on the shot. And wiped out in the near side corner. Corpus Christi plays it out. And they are past the red line as they send it deep for a quick change. Kristen sends it to the far side boards. They play it out in front. Covered up by Proctor momentarily, and the puck was still loose. That one will sail way past Proctor, all the way back down into the IceRays own zone. Proctor out to retrieve the loose puck. It's behind him to the left, and a great defensive play by Riley Yates. Not allowing Uriah Eliash to take a shot on Proctor. Jacks have it far side. Hughes down low to Ahern. Trying to get free is Yates as Ahern gets dumped into the near side corner from Jude Curtis. One of the top prospects players as Tallene sends a player to the ice right in front of the penalty boxes. And that was Charlie Merkley. Will slowly get back to 2 feet, but is able to do so. They cross paths on Merkley's way back to the bench. Nothing comes of it. 8:31 left to go here in this middle period. So far, 6 shots this period for Odessa, 12 for Corpus Christi. Offensive zone draw in the near side circle for the Jacks to the blocker side of Stefan Carney from Wheeling, Illinois. Brush back up top to Tallene. Across. A shot is covered in the right glove by Carney. And it looks like we will head to a media timeout with just under 8:30. Jacks are 11-6, 1-2 as the home team this season. Corpus Christi is 8-8-2 as the visitor. And the Jacks are 15-5 when scoring the game's first goal. Again, their first period, they entered 29 goals for, 29 goals against. They had 4 in that first period and allowed 1. They were tied with Wichita Falls at 127 goals for this season for second most, only one behind New Mexico. And the IceRays have the second most losses at 18 here this season. The only team that has more are the Rhinos at 21. Again, it is their inaugural season. Offensive zone draw. Coming away with it are the IceRays as they go from right to left with it. Getting hit away from the puck was Wojciechowski from Zagzebski as that shot goes up and into the safety netting for a whistle. 8:09 remains here in this middle frame. Jacks are able to make some changes, as do the IceRays. This is game 1 of 5 straight between these two teams. And we know how things kind of turned out when the Jacks saw the Warriors for 4 straight games, both taking place on Friday, Saturday. The final 3 games of this season series take place in Corpus Christi, Texas next weekend. Again, sandwiched in between then and now is the Top Prospects Tournament, February 7th and the 8th in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex. Hoyer, Manzo. 2 of the 4 Jacks players going. Proctor, one of them. He touches it up for Benkir. The other one is Connor Kuhn. Just 7:30 left to go here in the second period. A long stretch pass will hit the stick of Finn, so no icing is called against the Jacks. They send it to Kuznetsov. Contreras loses a hand on it in the left circle as it's softly played across. Desmond Johnson in after it. Him and Contreras meet on the far side, and it's played out by Kelly. Retrieved by Foglia. Foglia drifts from right to left. Will exit the zone. Will play it forward. DeClaire almost lost it right behind Proctor. Gets a pass off to Perdian. Perdian tries to find Kelly. Kelly will get to it first in the corner. Kelly goes toe-to-toe with Gilbert. Coming away with it is Foglia. Foglia watched by Duclair. Jacks have it. Hand is raised for a trip. As touching that one up was Dylan Contreras. The guilty party, however, will be number 18, Cam Crawley. As the Jacks head to their second power play of the evening, they are 0 for 1 so far. They entered this game ranked 7th in penalty minutes across the South Division with 601. The IceRays were ranked 4th with 721. Both teams' penalty kill units are better than the power play. From the left circle, they have it. Below the goal line. Ahern lost a hand on it. It's played up top to Tallene, who cannot keep it alive, and they have to regroup. Sauce near side to Tallene. He'll enter first. Leaves it for Hughes. Hughes trying to protect the puck. Gets thrown down from Merkley. Play continues on for Odessa. Yates far side with it. Yates will send it below the goal line. It's fired right into Kelly. Oh, Pye, he is okay as it's still playing into that near side corner. 3 IceRays and 3 Jacks in after it, still trying to dislodge the puck. And that one is cleared by Colby Seitz. With under 6 to play here in period number 2. And just 65 seconds left on the power play for Odessa. Ahern weaves his way in, and that's going to be a hooking call against the Corpus Christi IceRays. As upended on that far side was Ahern. And the guilty party will be Matt Harvey, as he got his stick right in the midsection of Nick Ahern. Hooking is called. And now it is a 5-on-3 power play for the Jacks. They were on the receiving end of this yesterday in the third period, and it resulted in back-to-back power play goals for Lone Star to tie the score at 3 apiece. Right now the score reads 5-1 Odessa, and they have 61 seconds of 5-on-3 hockey. Their power play has nothing to write home about so far this season, ranked 23rd in the league. 19 power play goals, 14.8% success rate. They win the offensive zone draw, which is a good start. Across Devorny, near side to Bankier. They play catch. Devorny, right back to Bankier. They send it across again. Now down low. Jags, 5-on-3 power, up 5-1 on the visiting IceRays. Now to Bankier. Bankier, down low. Duclair, over. Devorny, he fires to the slot, and it's dug out by Gilbert with now just 35 seconds left of a 5-on-3 Jersey Mike's man advantage. Bankier looks to go coast to coast, and getting pushed offside was Hoyer as him and Seitz were tangled up at the IceRays blue line. Under 5 to play here in the middle period. Shots 27-26 in favor of Odessa. They had 15 on Damon Beaver with 4 going past him. He was pulled back in the first period. Since then, it's been Stefan Carney. They win the neutral zone draw and send it all the way deep off the stick of Brady Carlock. Just 15 seconds left of 5-on-3 power play time. They send it across to Duclair. They're onside. Duclair will spin the other way. Up top for Bankier. Near side for Devorny. Top of the right circle. Now across for Bankier from the Bud Light logo. Down low. Duclair winds and fires. And what a stretching save from Carney as he goes from post to post. And the spread eagle to make that save and rob Duclair, the RIT commit. The 5-on-3 expires, but it still has a man advantage for the Jacks for the next 59 seconds. They have an offensive zone draw on the near side circle. One to the boards. Kelly sends it back up top to Tolleen. Now across. Right off the tape of Ahern, who from his back played it over to the near side corner. Jacks right back after it. 3 IceRays and 3 Jacks again meet in the near side corner. They're able to send it all the way up top to Tolleen, who fires one, a block shot in front. Yates with it, sends it back up. And his pass attempt is broken up by Seitz, as now Seitz leads the rush the other way. Seitz with it, far side. 4 minutes left to go here in the second period. 20 seconds left of power play time for the Jacks, as 2 Jacks are on top of Seitz. They can't work the puck loose from Seitz, who has it pinned up against the yellow trim. They're finally able to bank it off the boards and out. 5 seconds left of power play time. Yates through the blue line. Left back for Desmond Johnson. Yates gets pinned hard up against that near side corner. He gets right back up and goes after it with Butler. And big hits are being thrown now from Justin Hughes. Hand is still down. Desmond Johnson fires one wide of Carney. Yates slow to get back to the bench. He's coming off of an injury, and he took a few weeks ago. He played last weekend, but again, sometimes you're always not 100% immediately after. Mansfield, good tip back out to the neutral zone. Chasing him down is Miller. Mansfield with it from the corner. He'll jab it back up top. And a breakout now for Corpus Christi. Under 3 to play, and they turn it right back over. Begier able to send it out. He'll leave it for Mansfield. Mansfield drops it back. Kuit had it roll right off his blade and into the corner. Mansfield gathers it. Tries to send it out in front for Begier. No one was home. And Mansfield with some room on the far side. A shot from the blue line. Whistles wide of Carney. Kuit picks it up. Kuit across. Out in front. Robbed by Carney. Or robbed from Carney, I should say, by Begier. Right in front of Carney, waiting on the doorstep, was Tanyan Begier, looking for the Jackalopes' 6th goal here of the evening. They have 5 right now with 2:25 left to go in the second period. 30 shots on the board for Odessa, 26 for Corpus Christi. Offensive zone draw for the Jacks. Far side circle to the right-handed glove of Carney. Around the horn it's played. Intercepted in the neutral zone by Manzo. He tried to send it across to Finn. Contreras one-on-one with Proctor. His shot is saved by the Texas native. And the rebound finds itself into the near side corner. Contreras with it again. Tries to dance around the opposition below the goal line. Jack Christi in after it as well. IceRays come away with it. They stretch it across, and it's played out by Hoyard, and the Jacks stayed away from Proctor's net as it came off its pegs. 1:52 left to go here in period number 2. The Winter Olympics have started as the women's hockey team has had a good showing early on in their win against Finland on their opening game. And the NHL All-Star Skills Competition is taking place right now. And the game will be held tomorrow as it's flipped forward to Manzo. The Jacks will have their own sort of all-star game for 4 of them on February 7th and the 8th. Sent all the way back up top. Tipped in front of Carney by Duclair, but wide. And will trickle through the neutral zone, and a reversal hit thrown high on Manzo. As there's mayhem right in front of him. Manzo just trying to get back to 2 feet, and he throws an extra little punch. I believe that was Casper Gilbert hitting him well away from the puck. Manzo's fired up as Manzo's gone back after Gilbert as he turns around. Gilbert 6'5", 223 pounds. Mike Manzo 5'9", 175. As Gilbert has to be restrained by the linesman. And it looks like they're just going to be shown the exit. Manzo hit hard. Again, the size difference very noticeable between those two. And the connection erupted from both sides right in front of the Jets bench. Of course, you had to be careful to make sure Manzo was okay. He got back up through a right jab at Casper Gilbert, the Sweden defenseman, in his 19th game of the season. 1 goal, 5 assists for him. They're sending another IceRay player over to the penalty box. Manzo exited. Gilbert remains in. .123 remains here in the second period. And we will see what transpires, or at least comes out of that mayhem that took place between Mike Manzo and Gilbert. Again, 1:23 left. No gloves were dropped. It was an initial call on Gilbert. No one's in the box for the Jacks, just Gilbert. But 2 minutes, Gilbert and Mike Manzo. And the fans are fired up here from the Ector County Coliseum. Some were frustrated that nothing more came towards Gilbert as he remains in the box. They just sent Manzo to the locker room. Now numbers hurrying the other way for Corpus Christi. They sling it from right to left, and A shot from Crowley stays wide. Bumped off the boards on the near side. Butler with it. Players wipe out in the corner. Under a minute left to go here in the second period. Jacks have it. Far side again, first of 5 straight. A lead pass for Duclair. Duclair tries to bank it off. The light was lit, but the off-ice goal judge misread it as it was played on the backside of the mesh. Crowley with it, fires one, and that one goes wide of Proctor. Catches the glass behind him. Back out to the neutral zone. Duclair will just whip it deep with 20 seconds left to go here in the period of a 5-1 Odessa lead, and what a big hit thrown from Rylan Yates. Right onto the captain, Jude Curtis. Yates with it. Tried to find a recipient in front. Johnson with it. Desmond Johnson will wheel his way below the goal line, far side. And that does it as the horn sounds. Ending period number 2 here from the Ector County Coliseum. A 5-1 Odessa lead. I'll have to wait to see what the official ruling is. They had 2 minutes up on the board for Gilbert as well as Manzo, and then took them off as we finished that one out 5-on-5 style. 30 shots on the board for Odessa, 29 for Corpus Christi, as 40 minutes has been played here in game number 1 of this weekend series. Again, it's the middle game for the Jacks of a 3-3 series. It's the first this weekend for Corpus Christi as they just got in before warm-ups. Had very difficult travel issues, to say the least, with what has transpired weather-wise across West Texas. They were coming from Corpus Christi and ended up just getting here before warm-ups had started. Well, I'll be back with the final period of regulation as Devorney is last off as usual, the captain, making his way to the locker room as the rest of the group does so as well, as they will meet Mike Manzo as he was sent off early in that second period. Gilbert remained in the box, but the score has only been increased since the start of the second period, thanks to J.R. Pernian's beautiful snipe from the right circle. It was the first goal Kearney has allowed, as 4 went past Damon Beaver. And I'll be back with the final period of regulation here from the Ector County Coliseum. Stay tuned on Hockey TV. We're on the audio-only feed over on the Jacks YouTube channel. 5-1 Odessa leads. Only 20 minutes left in regulation. Welcome back into the broadcast here, everybody listening on Hockey TV as well as the audio-only YouTube live channel over on the Jacks official YouTube page as they have a 5-1 lead heading into the final period of regulation, and one skater in a Jacks jersey will not finish out this game. That is Mike Manzo, who was given a 20-minute abusive official gross misconduct after his altercation with Casper Gilberg at the 18:37 mark of the second period. Gilberg only got a 2-minute minor for head contact after he flattened Manzo right in front of the Jacks bench, well away from the puck, never attempted to play it whatsoever. Again, 6'5", 223-pound defenseman from Sweden. He took down the 5'9" right winger, 175-pound Mike Manzo. And that just happened with under 2 minutes in that second period. They send Kuwait in to finish off the roughing minor that was given to Manzo. So we do have 5-on-5 hockey to start this third period, as we'll have to wait for a whistle to see Gilberg and Kuwait out of the box, as Bankier was tangled up with an IceRays player right on top of their own bench, as trying to send Bankier up and over was number 15. That was Charlie Merkley. 30 seconds into the second period, or into the third period. They haven't changed the number yet up on the scoreboard, as it's dumped by Odessa for a quick line change. Again, they're up by 4. Man with the puck has 3 goals as he fires one off the body of Corny, and getting taken down in the net was a jackalope from Colby Sites. And this is going to be a penalty against Corpus Christi. Guilty party, number 11, Colby Sites. Offensive zone draw, power play opportunity for the Jacks. Their 4th here of the evening. Gilberg and Kuwait out of the box. Roughing is called. They tried to send it across to Kelly from Ahern. Kelly with it far side in the right circle. Over a minute gone here in the final period. Kelly sends it back up top to Talley. Back over to Kelly. Now down low to the left of Carney. Played the Hughes. And it looks like he got tripped. No call. Back up to the blue line for Talley. Ahern with it. Left circle. Ahern patiently waiting with it, as he's looking for a lane to pass and or shoot. We'll drape it down low to Yates. Now back over to Ahern. Minute 20 left of power play time. Ahern's shot caroms to the far side. Hughes gets to it first. Hughes handles it over to Ahern. Ahern from the left circle tries to go far side, and it bounces all the way over for Merkley. The assistant captain with it. Far side, a forehand shot. Wide of Proctor. Sails all the way around for Ahern. Could not get to it before Harvey, as Merkley will just chip it on deep. And getting to it is Tallene, as he'll send it around the yellow trim and hopped over the blade of Dvorny, as he gets it back on the far side. Stretches it across now for Purdy. He had the latest Jackalopes goal, and the only one in the second period, as he passes it forward to Duclair. The RIT commit has some help on that far side. We'll get it back. Duclair lost a hand on it. He has to regroup in the center ice line. Hoyard picks it up. Hoyard sends it over to Dvorny. And we'll just lob it below the goal line. Stick tapping the other way was Proctor, as we are under 10 seconds left of power play time for Odessa. Duclair with it. Right circle. Down low the Hoyard. Back up top it goes for Bankier. Bankier fires one. He hit a body in front. It's still between the legs of Stumple and over to the far side boards. Coming away with it was Eliash. As Bankir goes toe-to-toe with Oliver Stumple. Over three gone here in period number 3 of a 5-1 Odessa lead. 31 shots for the Jacks, 29 for Corpus Christi as they enter far side with it. A pass to the slot broken up by the Jacks defense. The puck is worked along the boards on the far side. It will trickle all the way over to Mansfield. Mansfield will get around Killian. Mansfield tries to tuck it past the right pillow of Carney, and it's denied as he pinned that one up against the near side post. Killian's pass forward. Almost played right to Mansfield. I'll send it along to Lewis. Lewis fires one in and out of the left glove of Proctor. And he'll cover it up for the whistle with 16:05 left to go here in the final period of regulation. Shots are 32-30 in favor of the Jacks. Back-to-back 14 shot periods for Corpus Christi. The Jacks had 9 in that middle frame. Crawley, his pass attempt is denied as they send it D-to-D far side over to Miller. Miller passes it right to the skate of Hughes. Below the goal line, it's played from Proctor as he shoveled it across. Kept alive by Miller. And that one ramps off the shaft of Yates' stick as Hughes plays it behind him. Gathered by Foglia. Now behind Carney. 15-20 left to go here in the final period of regulation. This is game number 1 of 5 straight between these two teams. The first two here at the Ector County Coliseum. As Devorny fires one, that one's tipped in front. A deflection right in front of Carney, and it is now 6-1 Odessa. Nick Ahern notches his second here in this 3-3 series. 15:09 left to go in period number 3. And it's just the third shot for the Jacks, and the second goal to go past Carney here this evening. Devorny pointed right to Ahern as it was Devorny's shot from the blue line. And that connected with the Chicago, Illinois native stick right between the circles. Devorny goes back over to talk to the referee by the off-ice officials area. I do believe it will be credited to Ahern. The shot originated from Frank Devorny. Again, 15:09 left to go here in the third period. Ahern now has 17 games played for the Jacks. Again, it's his first season playing in the NAHL. He came down from the USHL of the Waterloo Blackhawks. He is my player to watch for this particular 2-game series against the IceRays. Yesterday I had picked Duclair. Registered an assist, and it does go to Nick Ahern. But Ahern now has 4 goals and 7 assists so far. Hoyer picks it up, flips it off the boards on the far side, after it in the corner. 5:15 elapsed here in the final period. Jacks only increasing their lead now to 5. From far to near. Finn tries to leap around the defense. Played out in front. A lot of room for Pardian, and he snaps it past Carney for number 7, just like he did on New Year's Eve. They get a 7th heaven from J.R. Pardian. What a ferocious statement and response from last night's loss in the shootout to Lone Star. It is absolute mayhem here for the Odessa Jackalopes as they deposit 7 in the back of the IceRays net. Now 3 against Kearney, 4 on Beaver, and 2 already here in the first 5 minutes and 32 seconds of this final period of regulation. Pernian was all alone between the circles, and he notches his second of the evening. Yeah, the lone one back in the second period. Desmond Johnson chips it over to the far side. And again, there's only been one IceRay goal, which came off the stick of Cam Crawley back in the first period. Duclair with it. Sends it over to Pernian. Pernian pumps the brakes. Tried to find Duclair, and he'll just send it deep. As there was a reversal hit thrown high onto Kelly, up in the face. Kelly wanting a call, doesn't get it from Siegel. Again, his dad's in attendance. Getting to it now is Butler. Butler will race through the logo. Pancakes the puck down in the left circle with it. He's got 4 Jackalopes in front. His shot hits the glass in the corner. Kuznetsov with it from the near side corner. Kuznetsov goes from near to far. He'll get a pass off. IceRays have it and slide it right past Proctor over on the near side. Hewitt with it. Protects the puck. They all hold up at the blue line as it's sent deep by Odessa. Over 7 gone here in the final period of regulation. Jacks have already added 2 to their tally. It's a 7-1 lead against a team on the outside looking in of a playoff spot. Mansfield with it. Below, out in front. Begier tries a backhand one towards Kearney. And he was handcuffed on the shot. As he tripped over a loose stick in the right circle of the IceRay zone. Corpus Christi with it. Trying to settle it down is Kuznetsov as they enter offside after his deke attempt. 12:24 left to go here in the third period. 7 up on the board for the Jacks, 1 for Corpus Christi. That came off the stick of Cam Crawley. It was a deflection at the top of Proctor's crease. And shortly after, Dane Hoyard had the first of his 3 goals back in the first period. Getting to it are the IceRays as they send it from far to near. With it is Contreras. Contreras looking for a lane to pass it. Trying to get it to Eliash. Eliash gathering it, the 6'4", 225 centerman. As him and Wojciechowski were tangled up along the boards, and Eliash having some words for referee Ryan Siegel. And Wojciechowski will go as well. Eliash in the box for Corpus Christi. 11:55 left to go here in regulation. The Jacks are en route to their taming the beast, per se, as again they are going up against the only team from the South Division that they have not beaten at the Ector County Coliseum, and with a 6-goal lead. Under 12 minutes left to go as that one's punched to the boards by Proctor of a shot from Brady Carlock. He has it again, kicked it to his plate. He fires one, and again, punched to the far side by Proctor. Hoyard will settle things down on 4-on-4 hockey, as there were 2 offsetting penalties Hoyard again with it. Hoyard from the right circle, he fires one, picks the loose puck up again, tries a wrap around, and that one somehow stayed out. Carney without his stick. Contreras with it. He'll leave it back for Crowley. And Perdian intercepts it. Perdian has Duclair with him. Perdian puts it towards Duclair's stick, and he was not able to get a shot off. Coming away with it is Killian. Again, 4-on-4 hockey. Hoyard had a 4-on-4 goal back in the first period. Under 11 to play here in the third. Perdian. Kelly is okay as he's out there right now for this 4-on-4 unit for the next 50 seconds. Perdian trying to break it up on the far side. Corpus Christi have all sorts of trouble trying to clear it from their own zone. Killian with it again from behind his own goal line. Killian, a long stretch pass. He'll get it to Stumple. Poke checked away from Bankier. As now Bankier and Stumple meet behind Proctor. Bankier muscles the stick away from the opposition. And Carlock has to go back and retreat. From far to near they play it. Now to Casper Gilbert as he's being watched by Kuit. And Kuit takes a hit to make the play from Gilbert. Off the short boards on the far side, all the way down. Icing is waved off as Kelly gets to it first. He had his pocket picked from Emerson Miller. And he passes it across now to Butler. The leading scorer for the IceRays. Softly plays it towards Proctor as he covers that one up easily in the crease. For a whistle with 9:39 left to go here in the third as we head back to 5-on-5 hockey. As we have a media timeout, 34 shots on the board for Odessa. They are 2 for 4 this period. 4 shots so far for Corpus Christi. They have still been held off. Dane Hoyard, a 3-goal night. J.R. Purdy and 2 goals for him. Nick Ahern back-to-back games with a goal.
IceRays hockey here on
Perdian gets the extra point. Picked up in the neutral zone by Mansfield. As he tries to send it forward to Bezier. Him and Miller meet in the corner. 9:20 left to go here in regulation. IceRays send it over. Played up and into the Jacks bench from Connor Kuit, which will result in a whistle. That looks like a neutral zone draw. That one will deflect off the stick of Ahern. He flexes in and actually broke as he tosses it aside. He remains out on the ice, given to him by equipment manager Bob Pope. As it's pinned up against the boards on the far side, 3 IceRays in after it, 2 Jackalopes. They send it over to Foglia. A shot from the blue line covered by Proctor. Out of midair in the left mid. That is his 32nd save of the evening. Dane Horner, the uncommitted forward, and replacing the injured Liam O'Hare at the upcoming Top Prospects tournament. As that rifling shot from Foglia catches glass well wide of Proctor. Kusler angled away from a shooting lane, sent over to Foglia. And now after it is Crowley. Trying to fight for it below the right circle. Is denied by DeVorny. Played over to Finn, near side. I'll send it right to the boot of Kusler. The assistant captain and Hoyard in after it. And they said it was offside, but Finn brought it back. They still blow it dead nonetheless. With 8:03 left to go here in the third. From the neutral zone drop. It's launched deep into Corpus' zone. Sent over to Zagzebski. Intercepted by Duclair. Duclair with it. He'll handle it. All the way back up top, he plays it. And a shot goes wide of Carney. And sifted on back to Jack Christian. That one banks off the end boards back towards Carney as he covers it up for a whistle. 7:40 remains here in the third period. It's a 7-1 Odessa lead. And this is just the first game of 5 straight between these two teams. And this is game number 2 of 3 in a row this weekend for the Jacks. This starts the weekend for Corpus Christi. Odessa in search of their 22nd win here this regular season. As 3 Jackalopes and once again 3 IceRays meet along the near side boards right by the door for the IceRays to head to and from the locker room. 7:20 left to go here in the third. Shots are separated by 1. Odessa leads in that category with 34. Goals, however, separated by 6. With it is Lewis. Lewis tries to work his way around Jack Christian, and he is denied not only by him but by Proctor as well. Lewis back after it, far side. He'll pass it all the way up top. A wristing shot saved by Proctor. Duclair with it from the far side. Perdian, a forward pass now. Kelly, right circle, and it's paddled aside by Carney. Kept a lot, or actually the hand was raised from Flanagan. Wojciechowski possibly thought he kept it alive right at the blue line. It's launched all the way down. Proctor raises his hand, and icing is called against Corpus Christi. Offensive zone draw for the Jacks. Far side circle. Tomorrow's game, 7:15 p.m. Post-game skate with the team. As that one bounces right past the stick of Tallene. Hacking at it is John Wojciechowski as he sends it back out to the neutral zone. Mansfield will settle it down. Mansfield, one-on-one with Foglia, and he fires it far side, but it's saved by Carney. Mansfield back after it. Foglia watching him. He'll pin him up against the boards. Coming away with it is Eliash. And it's played out by Corpus Christi. 6:05 remaining. IceRays have it as they tried to feed Butler between the circles, and the pass goes wide. Butler pivots back up top. Shot in the traffic out in front. Still loose. And it's played behind the net of Proctor. Draped all the way back up top to the point. Now to Butler. From the Bud Light logo, he fires one into a body in front. And the IceRays back after it near side corner now. Kusler and Bankier fighting for it. He kicks over for Kusler as he's able to Send it off the boards and out. Mansfield, great work around the defense. Mansfield looking for one more, trying to tuck it home, and his shot is denied by Kearney, as Harvey was also negating a shooting lane from Mansfield, who has one tonight as well. Worked around the yellow trim by Merkley, over to the near side boards. Airmailed out by Ahern, as the Jacks give somewhat of a chase as it's played D to D near side by the IceRays. Ahern picks it up, back over to Yates, left circle. Yates trying to send it right back to Ahern. And retreating with it now is the newly acquired defenseman Desmond Johnson. And picked up from Minot. Again, he's from Phoenix, Arizona. As they launch it all the way over now for Hughes. Hughes gets stapled against the boards on the far side. Down goes one more Jackalope behind Kearney. Dribbles all the way over for Desmond Johnson. A beautiful feed and a sprawling left pad save by Kearney. They try a Michigan, and that one's denied as it rolled off the tape of Ahern, who had that first shot on the far side. Hits are coming aplenty from both sides here. Again, the final 3 games of these 5 straight will be in Corpus Christi, as this one's icing against the IceRays. And that will also conclude the season series between these two teams, as tomorrow will be the last time the IceRays touch the ice here at the Ector County Coliseum. Again, the Jacks are 1-1 against Corpus this season. There's only 4:05 remaining here in regulation. They are up 7-1. The most goals in a game this season was 8 on New Year's Eve against El Paso. Flundered deep into the left corner by Tallene. Contreras lost a hand on it. Mansfield gathers. Sent over. Tallene wants it from the slot. From one knee. Tries another shot opportunity. And it's kicked aside by Kearney, as he basically dropped down to all fours to deny Trevor Tallene, who was trying to get his 8th goal in his first season in the North American Hockey League. Mansfield doing a great job down low with puck protection as he avoids a hit from Dom Foglia. Tallene winds and fires one. That one catches the equipment in front and never reaches Kearney. Picked up by Wojciechowski from the red line, now the blue. Wojciechowski softly plays it into the corner as he goes after it. Perdian joins in the fray. Perdian comes away with it. He's one away from a hat trick. Hoyer has one here this evening. 3 minutes left to go here in the third. 39 shots for Odessa. 7 have found the back of the net. And that one will bank off the right corner back to Kearney.
Jackalopes have scored 8 goals at one point this season. That goal coming on
Pinned at the red line. Coming away with it is Curtis, the captain. Had a bounce over to the left circle. That shot is stuffed by Proctor as the captain comes away with it. Devorny, a long stretch pass, and hops right past Matt Harvey. After it is Perdian. It will be pushed past him over to the near side. Duclair unable to retrieve. Playing it out are the IceRays. Near side now for Curtis. Curtis waits across now left circle, and a block shot in front by the Jacks. And Proctor wipes out in his own zone. Begier drops it back, and winding and firing one was Kusler. That one saved. And the bouncing puck is retrieved. Sent back up top to Jack Christian. Played between the circles. As Jude Curtis trying to take on 4 Jackalopes on his way into the Jack zone. Mansfield back after it. He's one-on-one with Butler. Butler takes it, backhands it forward up to the blue line. Picked off. Mansfield with it again. Fires one, and well out of his crease for the save is Stefan Kearney. 1:34 left to go here in the final period of regulation. The fans are rising to their feet. A large eruption from the birthday party pin off to the right and Proctor's left as they were banging on the glass, showing their support for the Dallas, Texas native and the top prospects tournament player. Represent Team South at the upcoming NAHL Top Prospects this February 7th and the 8th. Most likely won't be in action tomorrow. We might see Noah Ruprecht. As again, Proctor played yesterday in that shootout loss to Lone Star, playing this evening, and will play a total of one game, but it will be split between 2 days. As in the top prospects goalies around the halfway point of the game and of the second period, they switch goaltenders to allow scouts to look at both goalies, as Hughes will gather in and enter first as we enter under a minute left to play here in the third period. Touch back by Ahern. He's in the crease with it. Kick to side gates with a follow-up shot that's blocked in front by the screen. And never caught Carney. 3 goals against him, 4 against Damon Beaver. And a big hit thrown from Tallene. Up top it's played, covered by Proctor. He gathers the loose puck for the whistle. Stepan Kuznetsov and Tallene go toe-to-toe. Post whistle. Again, game 1 of 5. If you are tuning in and you are wondering if you should buy Jackalopes tickets, I'm not sure anything more could entice you to come to this game. It's going to be game number 2 of 5 straight tomorrow. It's going to end a 3-3 series. It's also the last home game of the month for the Jacks. We'll be back around mid-March. They try to fire one high over the right shoulder of Proctor. Instead, they catch the safety netting for a whistle and a halt to play with 34.2 seconds left to go. There's also going to be a post-game skate with the team tomorrow as well, as the Jacks are looking to earn 5 of a possible 6 points in this 3-3 series. They're just 34.2 seconds away from earning their 22nd win of the season. As it's sent down now for Perdian. Looking for the hat trick, and that's in and out of the chest of Carney. Under 20 seconds left to go. Jacks is trying to kill off the rest of the clock as they are going to beat the IceRays, the final team that they have yet to beat here on home ice. With 4.9 seconds left to go, the fans erupt again here from the Jack Shack. Again, it was just 1 goal back in the first period, shortly after Dane Hoyard's first of 3 off this tip stick from Cam Crawley that ruined Proctor's chance of a shutout. And both of those goals came within the first 4 minutes. We thought we were going to be seeing a lot of back and forth scoring. It was very lopsided in favor of the good guys as they take home this game 1 of this 2-game series against Corpus Christi IceRays by a score of 7-1. Alex Proctor with win number 17 of the season. 1 shy of tying 2 different Jackalopes goaltenders for second most wins in the regular season in a Jacks jersey. The most is 26, held by Connor Hellebuck in the Jackalopes' first season in the North American Hockey League back in 2011-2012. We're going to have Stig Taps at center ice. Again, a post-game skate, not with the team tonight. However, tomorrow, there will be one as the Jacks head off victorious. 7-1 is the score, 40-39 in shots they lead in that category as well. And they earn their 22nd win of the season as they get their 48th point and end their 2-game losing streak. They snapped the 4-game win streak of the Corpus Christi IceRays after they swept El Paso and Amarillo, who the Wranglers are certainly going down a very steep hill. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to climb back in time. But the IceRays now go to 19-2, and they are held at 40 points here this season. The Jacks have their 12th win as the home team, and the IceRays have their 9th loss in regulation as the visitors. Now the Jacks are 16-5 when scoring the game's first goal. Game number 2 of 5 straight tomorrow, 7:15 p.m. Puck drop here from the Ector County Coliseum. The final home game of the month of February for Odessa. J.R. Perdian, third star of the game. Second definitely has to be Alex Proctor, followed by the man of the hour, Dane Hoyard. Gets his second hat trick of the season. The first one on home ice for the Jacks this season. Both have been against Corpus Christi. Alex Proctor, a 38 save night. Had a 43 save night the other night. Definitely some R&R coming for the Dallas, Texas native, as he also has to think about playing in front of hundreds of scouts in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on Monday and Tuesday. And Dane Hoyer, a solo lap, a hat trick night for number 19, as he gets a roar from the crowd here at the Ector County Coliseum from his 3-goal performance. All 3 came against Damon Beaver, who allowed 4 on 15 shots. Finishing out was Stefan Carney, who had 3 go past him when the Jacks finished with 40 shots. They had 21 after the first period ended and had 30 after 2. We'll see you tomorrow night, 7:15, wrapping up a 3-3 series. It's the first time in the 3-3 series. This is the third of 4 for the Jacks this season, but it's the first time that they win a game before the final game of the 3-3 series. As that home opening weekend, they won on game number 3. And then the first weekend matchup of December was against El Paso, and they won the 3rd game of that one. So they pick up a point yesterday, 2 points tonight, and a dominating and impressive victory against Corpus Christi, a game that you have to win because they are on the outside looking in, and you gain some more separation between them, as again, game number 2 tomorrow of 5 straight. There's a possibility of 10 points on the line. The Jacks take the first 2. Tune in tomorrow on Hockey TV. Better yet, grab your tickets. Visit our website for more information. And we'll see you tomorrow at 7:15 p.m. for game number 2 between Odessa and Corpus Christi. Have a great night, everybody. The Jacks win 7-1.